What is up, everybody? It is I, Ronin, and today I'm coming at you with a learning how to play for a somewhat newer archetype in the form of Security Force. So, if you don't know what Security Force is, basically, think weird mech knights. So essentially the main gist of them is that you try to summon a bunch of them, and each of them sort of give negative effects to monsters in the same column as other Security Force monsters. So, for example, Platina here makes it so any monster in the same column as a Security Force monster that your opponent controls will lose 600 attack. Gravitino makes it so they will be banished when they leave the field. Dog Tag makes it so that those monsters cannot activate effects during your main phase. Orifice here makes it so that that your Security Force can't be targeted by opponent's card effects unless they're in the same column as that monster. Laser Edge makes it so that monster can't be used as part of link material for Link for Your Hire. And Chiamaru makes it so that they can only attack monsters in the same column as the Security Force that they are in. So pretty basic stuff. It is a little bit of a hard deck to run, admittedly, because it's not super great. The shutdown effects aren't super great. However, it is at the very least very interesting. So to get started, I believe we should just go over the primary combo that the deck is looking to do. So generally speaking, you want to start with Chiamaru and Gravitino, but you absolutely need Chiamaru. So Chiamaru is a level 2 Dark Warrior with 800 attack and 1000 defense. Already went over its in-column effect. However, its other effect says that as a quick effect during the main phase, you can banish a Security Force monster from your hand, return this to your hand, and then special summon a Security Force monster from your deck. So, you summon this, activate its effect to banish the Gravitino in your hand. From there, you summon your Platina. Platina's other effect is that when she is special summoned, she can summon a Security Force monster that is banished. So, as you special summoned her off of Chiamaru in defense mode, you can then summon the Gravitino you just banished. And when Gravitino is summoned, you are able to search for a Security Force card from your deck, and that can be a monster, a spell, or a trap. So from there, you are either going to be searching Security Force Showdown, a quick play spell that is hard once per turn. With it, you can either special summon a Security Force monster from your hand in defense position, or you can target Security Force monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Or you're going to be grabbing Security Force Chase, which is a trap card. Whenever it activates, it lets you target face-up cards in your opponent's field up to the number of Security Force monsters you control with different names, and bounce them back to the hand. This also has a graveyard effect that if you would banish a card for a Security Force monster's effect, you can instead banish this from your graveyard. This is a hard one. Both are hard once returns. So generally speaking, you'll search Showdown if you want to if you want to summon something from your hand. Otherwise, you are just kind of going to search Security Force Chase for the disruption if you don't already have it. And that's your main combo. Everything else is just sort of ways to help that along. We have Security Force Bridgehead as it rotas for a Security Force monster. We have our Terraforming to search our Bridgehead. We have our Rhoda to search our Chiamaru. Our Pot of Extravagance, because the extra deck really isn't too important with this deck, and it lets us draw into it. Ground Collapse, kind of neat tech. Just block off 2 of your opponent's zones, as normally you'll only be getting free Security Force monsters anyways. So, you can kind of control where your opponent puts the stuff. Guidance is also an option. Infinite Impermanence, as it's just, a free negate. We have Dog Tag at free because it is able to special summon itself from hand during the opponent's turn, so long as you control another Security Force monster. And Orifice, you could honestly run at 1, but it's another Signet mining target. It also provides a little bit of disruption because when a monster your opponent controls activates its effect, you can, as a quick effect, banish the Security Force card from your hand, to destroy that monster. The only other security force monster we have is Laser Edge, which when he is normal or special summon, lets you special summon another security force monster from your hand in attack position except for itself. So that's basically the main deck. The real goal of it is just to put as many security force monsters on board as possible. Now that we'll go over the extra deck, you can really do whatever you want with it. In my case, I have double copies each of the Nightmare package for extra removal, free Boral Sword for OTKs, 2 Baguska in case the only play I can make is making a rank 4, 1 Emerald because these monsters will end up in your graveyard more than you would expect, and free of the Security Force boss monster, Security Force Justify. It is a link-free Cybers, 2600 attack, and some effects. So the first says that you cannot special summon monsters to zones this card points to. And as a quick effect, you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls to negate its effects till the end of the turn. And then you can move it to a zone that this monster points to. And at the beginning of the damage step, if S-Force Justify attacked, it is able to banish everything that it points to. So not a bad boss monster, honestly. It's just very hard to make. Now though, for our side deck, we have free Solemn Strike in case we are going first and want to stop some monster effects. 1 red Reboot for the Trap Heavy matchup. Free Dark Ruler No More to shut down big boards. Free Lightning Storm in case we really want to go second. Free Ash because Ash can kind of shut some decks down. And 2 more Platina in case you want to run multiple Platina, which is an option. I would just never say run it free. But yeah, that's the deck. So if you're new here, we just go over a replay or two. I show you what I liked with the deck, what I didn't like, what I thought could be nicer, what I thought was, bad, and just my general thoughts on it. But yeah, all that being said, I'll see you guys in the replay. Alright, welcome to the replay with Player. We are Tav as per usual, and I did get a few replays of this, but I found this to be the best that demonstrates what the deck is supposed to do. But anyways, let's get right into it. So we will be going first, which is pretty much what the deck wants. So we start with the Extravagance, go ahead and draw the Chase as well as Infinite Impermanence, which is awesome. We activate Bridgehead, which is going to allow us to search our Gravitino. And from here, we get into the sort of play I told you guys about earlier during the sort of deck screen thing. So we activate Chiyomaru's effect to banish our Gravitino, summon Platina in defense mode. Platina summons Gravitino. Gravitino searches us our Security Force Showdown. From there, we will activate Showdown to go ahead and summon our Chiyomaru to the field defense mode. Go ahead and set 2 cards face down. Pass turn. So just go over the effects we have here. So basically, any monster in these free columns that he summons will lose 600 attack from Platina, only be able to attack the monster in the same column as them from Chiyomaru, and will be banished if they leave the field by Gravitino. So that's pretty good. However, opponent's going to draw. We go ahead and use Chiyomaru's effect again, bouncing herself back to hand, because we do have multiple things we can use as fuel here. To go ahead and bring out our Orifice to give us some more disruption. So that's pretty good, because we do have fuel in hand with the Chiyomaru we bounce, which isn't really doing anything, as well as Dog Tag for whenever he summons something. So now we're going to go on to our opponent's turn. He's going to go ahead and activate the Dragon Ravine, do it to add a Sonatus to hand. He's going to summon it. Obviously, at that point, we're able to use our Dog Tag because we control a Security Force monster. Get that in front of the Sonatus, so it is now under the effects of everything else. He's going to go ahead and attempt to activate Sonatus' effect by just pitching the Phalanx. We are going to negate it. So we are in pretty good shape here. That also negates everything in this column. He did have the Foolish Burial, though, so he's going to go ahead and activate that for the Remus's effect. He's going to summon it, at which point we're going to activate Security Force Chase to target those 2, which will be banished. 1 from the effect of our Security Force, 1 from Remus himself. And yeah, so that's kind of the deck doing the best possible. This is not often, though, and we'll see that in the next replay. I'll see you guys there. Okay, welcome to the second replay with Chains. He is playing a rank 2 thing. I didn't actually get a good look at all of his stuff. I think he's just playing rank 2s, though. Yeah, he's just playing all the rank 2s. As well as, I guess, their ranked up forms. Cool. And this is how games usually go. It's not the best, but, yeah, so we obviously don't have Chiyomaru, which sucks. So we go ahead and activate the bridgehead to try to search our Chiyomaru. It does get ashed, as we expected, so we're just going to summon Laser Edge, which is going to let us summon Gravitino, at which point it is going to just let us search the Security Force Chase, so we have some amount of disruption during our opponent's turn. Yeah, and that's basically what the deck does without Chiyomaru. Thankfully, our opponent is not playing the most meta strategy in the world. So, we are able to pull this out a little bit. He's going to go ahead and make the Bujin link, though, to make another Centauria, and it is going to pass to us. So we're going to activate our Signet Mining, driving the Orifice for another Laser Edge, which we're then going to summon, which lets us summon our Platina in attack mode. From there, we're attacking over the Bujin link, as trying to destroy Centauria this way would lead to some problems for us. We attack over Centauria, and she's going to go ahead and use her effect to bounce our Platina. So then it's going on to bet to our opponent, who's just going to draw a vanilla attack over our Laser Edge, then is on to us again. We are going to go ahead and draw another Bridgehead, which we'll go ahead and activate to add another Laser Edge. Laser Edge once again summons the Platina. From here, we just go over and attack it as much as we can, ending with the Platina, so, you know, that's the one he'll bounce. Then in main phase 2, we're going to go ahead and make our S-Force Justify. Then let's draw into our opponent, who is going to go ahead and draw the Fork. We still have Justify, thankfully. Activate the Pot to draw a couple cards. Activate Ground Collapse, so basically now all of his monsters are going to be pointing at Justify for the sake of battle phase. Go ahead and reactivate Bridgehead to get the Orifice, summon it. Attack with Orifice, attack directly with Justify onto our opponent, who is going to go ahead and summon Spoon and surrender. And that's how games usually go. Pretty slow. The main problem with this deck is not that it's not competent, because it actually is a pretty neat concept, and I do think it's fun to play. The issue with it is you have to open Chiyomaru to really do anything, and that's not always a guarantee. I considered it a sold thing for a little bit, but I'm not really sure how I'd finagle that in. But yeah, so fun, but you have to open Chiyomaru. And yeah, that's the deck. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is there anything I should change? Anything I should do better with? Any decks you'd like to see me play? Always looking for suggestions. And yeah, that all being said, like if you liked, comment if you have something to say, and subscribe if you want some more. This has been Ronin, signing off.